everybody. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that that you would be able to hear me, because of course it's been kicking me off as soon as I connect. So, all right, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. I'm known as Autumn around here. Boo-Boo Zen Kitty is my co-host and is currently sleeping in the cat tree because he's a cat. I have the news on here. I'm not going to pay much attention to it, but just in case there's a particularly large breaking news kind of thing. Break. So okay, so do this. I'm going to try something here to try see if I can get this thing to not buffer as much. All right. See if the phone has plenty of power. Sorry about this. If you're watching this on replay, you can just go down to the first comment, or eventually I will get around to cleaning up the description box. And okay, it's hardwired to the internet. Fingers crossed, hopefully we're going to be okay. Hello, everybody. Hopefully we're okay. All right. So, yeah, all of the people tested positive for the illness. Yeah, have you seen the super spreader picture? Oh, I just got a notification. I'm going live. Cool. All right. There's a image at Stepford Judge's the announcement of her nomination. The front two rows is some people off to the side, and it's just they grayed out everybody who has not tested positive, but it's just everybody who has is just in those first couple of rows. Whew, it's crazy town. Alrighty. So, the doctors came out and they said what they said, which I don't believe them. I realize that they are supposedly the best in the, possibly in the world. Right there, they could be the best. But HIPAA laws prevent doctors from saying anything about a patient that a patient hasn't agreed to divulge. And Trump has gotten every doctor to lie. So, are we connected there? Okay, we're still connected there. So I think there's some conspiracy theories. Internet. All right, maybe that'll help. No, seem to have lost the internet there, but I'm all right. I'm connected here. It's going to be one of those days. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just gonna do readings. Okay. Anyway, they've been lying. Okay, it's finally trying to reconnect. So they're saying he's fine. They equivocated on if he needed oxygen. They basically lied about that having happened or not. He isn't on oxygen today. He hasn't needed oxygen today. And then it was like, well, but so far, he did not need it on Thursday. He did not need it on Wednesday. He did not need it on Thursday. And it's like, really? Really? There's a conspiracy theory going around that he doesn't actually have it. And I am going to go out on a limb here. Yes, I agree, Christine. They wouldn't give a straight answer. I'm going to go down a limb, but I'm going to tell you right now what I've been picking up here, but also just logically. He has it. Seriously, he has it. Anyone who's picking up, well, yeah, but he's lying about something. He's Trump. Of course, he lies about everything. Trump trying to pick up energy of lying around Trump is like trying to pick up energy of it's a day ending in Y. I also went and the thing is to and the thing that I can use logically to say that is I was looking some stuff up about narcissism and how many people have said Trump has narcissistic personality disorder. And there are all these things that narcissists do. Grandiose sense of self-importance, preoccupation with fantasies of an unlimited success, power, brilliance, belief that they are special and unique and can only be understood by or associate with other special or high status people, need for excessive admiration, sense of entitlement, empathy, envy of others, Obama, and a belief that others are envious of them, demonstration of arrogant and haughty behaviors or attitudes. Okay. What people with narcissistic personality can't do. Simply put, those with NPD cannot or will not ever admit that they are wrong and apologize. Well, forget the apology side. Um, Surely a trained psychologist would say that there are varying degrees of this limitation, but those who have dealt closely with those afflicted with NPD understand the lengths that they will go to avoid admission of guilt. Someone with NPD would rather do anything else than admit they're wrong, even when it's abundantly obvious to everyone else. They employ all kinds of tactics to evade such an admission, changing the subject, deflecting blame, playing the victim card, attacking others, etc. Even in scenarios where admission of guilt would be in their own self-interest, someone with NPD simply cannot psychologically accomplish the feat. Um, there are lots of ultra successful people who have big egos. Um, but he this shows weakness, and Mary Trump was able to was also talking about it, that um, you cannot show weakness. And would just go absolutely nuts if anybody tried to say they were sick. And Trump is the same way. Well, the kitties are fine. The kitties are fine. So he got on camera. First of all, Nicole Wallace was saying about Trump's little camera, oh, everything's fine, that he came out with yesterday. She said, look, I've worked in a White House where somebody was ill, where there were problems. And it is always the second or third distant option is to do a recorded everything's okay message. And because that allows you to take 2 or 3 different takes, to get 2 or 3 different takes and choose the best one. But it's much better to have, the president speaking out personally, in front of a camera and what have you. And even in that video, he looked exhausted. He looked sick. He looked sick. And the fact that they took him to the hospital, yeah. And now it's just the doctors come out and it's everything's fine, everything's perfect. There are no problems. His he's he had a low grade fever, but now that's gone. And before we came out here, he said he feels like he could just walk out of the hospital today. Everything's great. Everything's grand. He's got amazing blood pressure and amazing resting heart rate and amazing this and amazing that. And it's like, I'm not believing any of that. Because, yes, I agree, Susan. MSNBC was saying a source inside the White House is telling them his vital signs were concerning over the past 24 hours. They they were not they were cagey about it. Oh, okay, all right, Asantewa, I'm not I'm the center of the universe here. If you believe he does not have the illness, what do you think is going on? Because we should talk about this. Susan, yes, it says the next 48 hours will be critical because if he gets what is it, the cascading, when his immune system kicks in and gets out a cascade effect or something. I'm afraid I don't know the terms. AP source, President Trump was administered supplemental oxygen at the White House on Friday before going to the hospital. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you. But please, I'm not all knowing, all perfect. Pictures on Twitter, looks like Trump boarded Marine One with a portable oxygen concentrator in his pocket. Hidden his hair tucked under his mask. If Trump does not have it, why is everyone around him getting it? It's a ploy to come out as a hero to win the election. Cytokine storm. Thank you, Marjorie. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So what is happening with the people around him? And like I said, I'm not all knowing. I'm not attacking anybody. And anybody can, join in here. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me. I, you know, I'm not, it's not all ego all the time around here. So anyway, Christine, I thought he was trying to look strong. He looked weak to me while walking to the copter. Understand? Connie's saging. Gonna throw cards with me today, with us today. Great, great, great. So, but please don't feel like you're being attacked if anybody has any other views. Seriously, I want independent proof he's sick and not something else. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ah, Clotho, Autumn, that hanged man card you kept getting. When they put you on a ventilator for COVID, they prone you, literally flip you over onto your stomach. Maybe that's what the hanged man represents. It could. Tina is saying Trump is at great risk of a cytokine storm if he is positive. Oh gosh. The timing was the timing was screwy. The White House is lying. Of course they're lying. But anyway, I'm not trying to. I hope no one thinks I'm attacking them for just if people have different views on this, you are welcome here. I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of patience for Trump supporters who come on here. They tend to be quite difficult. But you guys are great. You guys have been great, and I'm grateful for you. So anyway, I cannot actually see your chat. I'm double checking. It is coming. Okay. All right. So what I want to know is if you look at that picture, I may have saved that. Hang on. Photos. Let me Let me just quickly cut out the bottom of this so you can see it clearly. So it'll be bigger. Okay, do that. Done. Okay, let me show this is from MSNBC. All right. This was Coney Barrett's the announcement. These are all the people who have been diagnosed as having it. This red Kellyanne Conway is over here, Melania. Chris Christie has come out and has it. There are other GOP senators. So this group right here, they are saying is a super spreader group, and anybody who was here is in very high risk of getting it. So plus during anybody who was involved in the debate prep and things like that. So I wanted to share that with you. So there's all kind of stuff going on. All right, Rose Garden, yes. All right. So the question is, they say, well, Mike Pence is testing negative, but that's the key here. But all right, the problem is I can't see the chat. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to do time stamping later because I keep losing internet here. Oh, let me see. Sorry, I'm gonna try one other thing to try and see if I can get a better connection. I am on I'm on the right account. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, this is connecting better than, oops, my lamp doesn't, sorry about the technical issue. And at 3 o'clock, she actually started reading cards. It was nifty when she finally did 3 years later. It was the year 2525. All right, that'll do. Yay. All right, what I want to know about is they keep saying Pence is testing negative, but I'm going, yeah, and it can take weeks, a couple weeks for things to show up. So let's look, first of all, let's look at Pence. Is Pence going to, actually, let me move you guys down. Is Pence going to get it? Because he's been right in the middle of everything. All right, let me, oh, Kay Nelson, time to grab a cuppa. Yeah, I got a big one in the mug my mom gave me. Got a big cup of tea. All right. So, oh my gosh, my sound is not good. Did it kick me out again? Sound is off. Oh boy. Okay. Because otherwise I've just lost both of what I need, in which case let me try this one. Mercury is kicking my behind. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me or not? Please just let me know. Yes, yes. Okay, you say you can hear me, but is it muffled? It's tinny. All right, let me try something else. Dun, 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 dun. Right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. All right. Can you hear me now? I hope it's okay. Oh, man. All right. Good. So, welcome to the political tarot reading here on the Black and Orange channel. I'm known as Autumn. Boo-Boo Zen Kitty, my co-host, is asleep in the cat tree. Oh, grief. Okay. Yes, I believe Trump has it. Let's have a quick look at that. Does he really have it? Then let's have a look at Mike Pence. Okay, I'm not able to timestamp today, so I might be able to pull it together later, but no guarantees. There might not be timestamping today other than saying just start here. Okay, let me reach my energy out. Does the Orange Fiora have the illness? He is weak. He is very weak. I'm getting 0 of the bloviating I normally get from him. If he was not such a narcissist, I would say over control to Pence for a while. But he's a narcissist, so I understand, Pink. Ooh, Lucky Fox Tarot, Autumn. There may be a way to block Coney Barrett if 2 senators are AWOL. Yep. Yeah, why are the doctors lying about him? Harry's mom is asking. It's because they always lie. They always lie. All right, but I'm getting that he's very, very weak. I suddenly need to blow my nose, so hang on. Sorry. Did you notice how close the helicopter landed to the door of the White House? Yes, I did notice that. Okay. The step for doctors under his control. Yeah, I don't trust him at all. We've never gotten honest information from any of Trump's doctors. Okay. Does Trump have it? And if he does, how is that going to go? Trumpy. Trumpy. He's so weak. He is so weak. He's probably asleep right now. And yeah, heart issues. There was a reason there were 3 he had 3 cardiac specialists amongst his doctors. There is a reason for that. Alright. So that's there. Can I move this back at all? Eh. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, the messenger or carrier. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords. What I've got is he was out doing rallies he shouldn't have been doing. Yeah, I agree, Harry's mom. He may crash in the next 48 hours. Yeah. Carrier. Matter of fact, I think there may have been more than one carrier. Plus the fact that he wasn't wearing masks, he refused to wear a mask. One of the things about wearing a mask is, yes, you're protecting other people around you from getting it, but and that's the main reason to wear it. But the other thing is that it reduces, if you do get it, it reduces the viral load. So, um, he wasn't wearing a mask, so he got a full viral load, I mean, from a carrier. Now they're doing everything they can after the fact to try to save him. And this is the card of holding still, and this is the insult to injury. And basically, they're going to do everything they can to help him, but he's going to be exhausted, and he is there are lingering effects. But the strongest card, this is a very strong card. The strongest card here is this. It's the carrier. All right. Will this affect his presidency, or how will this affect his presidency? Oh, this feels like it's a full Celtic cross. All right, we're bringing out the big guns. Full Celtic cross. One of my overloaded Celtic crosses. How does this illness affect Trump's presidency? How does this illness affect Trump's presidency? I really hope I haven't hurt anybody's feelings. Coney, base card, death card, 3 of swords, ace of swords, 4 of pentacles, judgment, 6 of pentacles. Ooh, yikes. What I've been getting is that he's going to recover. He's going to recover. He's going to beat the heck out of him. Harry's mom, what did you do, Autumn? What did I do when, where? What? Oh, okay. How is this illness going to affect Trump's presidency? He's like his father. He has no patience for illness. Alexandra, you apologized for something. Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. The disagreement. Oh, thank you, Alice. Um, the kitty is in the he's in the cat tree. He's up there. All right, Trump. How is this going to affect the presidency? His presidency. Did you know that Eisenhower? I think it was Eisenhower. He apparently had he needed to have some kind of intestinal surgery done, and he wanted the country to remain calm, so he had the doctors go out and literally, like, I guess they were like drawing on chalkboards and like, this is the intestinal tract, and this is where he's having surgery, and apparently they were talking about his bowel movements and all this stuff, laying it all out there, and it's like, that's how you do it. Yeah, it was just lay it all out there, and then people aren't nobody's freaking out because it's like, "Okay, look, we know more than we wanted to know." How is this gonna affect his presidency? That is the card of secrets. That is the card. Major Arcana, High Priestess, that is the card of secrets, and that's the card for the reading. In the past, fruits of labor, not that he knows what that is, but taking other people's labor and calling it his own. Center of the reading, the dynasty, the Trump dynasty, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that's the card of the dynasty. Above the reading, we have the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. This is this is the carrier. Is a messenger, also a carrier, because remember messengers used to carry literal physical things, messages. Um, King of Swords. That's kind of, well, let's see, but that's kind of, there's an ugliness to this king. Like he's gonna like, there's a carrier carrying this king to like get you. Usually I get the thief card for the illness, but let's see, Base of the reading. Oh, they were freaking out in the White House when Trump got sick. Freaking out. A Katie Moonchild, Woodrow Wilson had a major stroke in office during the women's fight to vote. Ah, yeah, and he did everything he could to try to hide it. But this is the freaking out. Oh, and get help in here. Ah, I see it now because this is beneath and this is above. And it's in this order. What this means is there were, because I get court cards of swords for administrative, like medical people who are in the highest echelons, often administrators like a Fauci or somebody. But there were so many things hanging over him. It was like, wear a mask, do this, do that, and he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And it's like, look, you can talk to me and do what I say, or you can get a visit from the carrier, and he did. Whoever the carrier is, bingo. And then underneath, it was panic in the White House and get him help now, 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 now. Near future one. That's the hospital. That's eventually maybe ICU, but that's the hospital. And well, there's some disappointment. What's the disappointment? Sandra, I can look at that here shortly. I'm not able to gather your comments for later, though, I'm afraid. I've got to, so I might need you to repeat that later, please. Yep, Biden campaign remove the negative ads after the diagnosis. Yeah, it's called decency. What's this disappointment? What is this disappointment about? An Ace of Pentacles there, I'm not sure why. All right. Disappointment about, thank you, Marina. Mystical Marina, thank you. Eight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. He's going to need a lot more help after this. He's gonna need a body man who's not just like helping him with his stupidly long tie. He's gonna need a lot more help. They're gonna try everything they can to limit the damage from this illness. But this is, and I get cups for medical care, like the actual nurses doing the work, the actual doctors, who are right there holding your hand or talking to you. This is disappointment. This is them trying everything. Like they tried everything, 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 but he ends up with some kind of chronic problem, and he's going to need more help from somebody, like on a day-to-day basis. But they'll try to hide it. Home environment. Um, yeah, it's just a big facade. It's for show. I'm healthy as a horse. Because usually Trump himself, the man comes up as the king of wands. Well, this is a knight of wands. So see. Sorry, excuse me. Um, yeah, I'm super strong. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys. Very sweet. Hopes and fears. That this is gonna blow black. Okay, it's gonna be that day. It's just gonna be that day. There's going to be blowback against the Republicans. Thank you. Um, and there is. It's a worry, but this feels like, yeah, and this is what's happening. The Republicans downplayed this and downplayed it and called it a hoax and said you don't need a mask and all of this, and suddenly, oh, he's sick and in the hospital. Um, home environment, hopes and fears, what other people see. Lies, fabrication. Thank you guys. Yeah, just lies. They're just lying to us, and he's gonna lie. He's just gonna lie and lie and lie. Final outcome. How is this going to affect the presidency? And so far, there's going to be political blowback against other Republicans, him and other Republicans, and he's going to physically need more help, which he's going to try to hide. I've been getting this card, this Four of Wands, for a long time, and I kept getting he's going to retire to Mar-a-Lago or retire to somewhere. Yeah, I just kept getting retire to Mar-a-Lago, retire to Mar-a-Lago, like before the presidency's over. Moving. Temperance. He's he's not going to be able to campaign the way he wants to. Oh, Kellyanne has it. This is how it's going to affect the presidency. He's not going to be able to campaign like he wants to. He's going to put up a big show. Um, all right, so that's how it's going to affect the presidency. Now, what is going to happen with the election? Um, the 2020 presidential election. Had a talk with my maternal Trump supporter, and who was convinced that the left is ecstatic and happy that Trump is sick. To which I said, no, no. I do not want this man to die now. I do not want him to die now. No, no, no. I want him to recover. I really, really, I want him to recover. I want him to go right back to being exactly the person he was. All right, the 2020 presidential election. Let me close my eyes here for a second. 2020 presidential election now. I'm going forward to election day. Oh yeah, definitely. Someone tweeted this, and I've adopted it as this phrase. So you're going to hear it a lot, which is someone said with all the Trump stuff coming out and all of the crises. Someone said October. It's like the advent calendar of October surprises. Let's see here. 2020 presidential election. 2020 presidential election. 2020 presidential election. 2020 presidential election. All right. Yeah, there's a lot. There's just if you were going to describe the 2020 presidential election in two words that were clean, I think two good words for it would be it was a lot. Yeah. Dave, no, he's a narcissist. No, he's not. No. In the past. Well, everybody was kind of in, the two bases. I love my candidate, you love your candidate. Um, am I looping? Is there something going on I don't know about? Anyway, the two bases are here. Uh, I liked my candidate, you like yours, we're good. All right, center of the reading, but we're tired. We're very tired. I mean, that's just, oh my gosh. All right, above the 2020 election, rise of Democratic power, strength of Democratic power, and Republicans working mightily to keep the power they have and to, well, we know also disenfranchise voters. There are some shenanigans involved in this card of work, or as I sometimes call it, in deference to Rihanna, sorry. Work, 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 work. I saw an interview with her. She said her name is Rihanna, not Rihanna. It's Rihanna. Rihanna. I keep trying to remember that. 2020 election. I'm the candidate, I'm the candidate, I'm the candidate, and there's a massive pandemic going on. Okay. Near future one. Emotional appeal. Biden's emotional appeal. Near future two. 9 of Cups. So this is the merchant card. And this is merchants looking at Biden's plan, which would actually do more to actually combat the problems we're having and get us closer to reopening sooner. So it's like, okay, I don't know that I'm the world's biggest Biden fan, but the shortest distance between here and me getting my business back open safely is Biden. All right, home environment. The messenger. The messenger, the carrier. The carrier. This is Trump getting sick. Yep, that's Trump getting sick. All right, hopes and fears. Oh, that's one of the candidates. So, of course, one side's hoping and one side's fearing that this candidate will get in. What other people see? I believe, was it Dana Barrett who called it an S show? The presidential debate? Yeah, they're seeing Trump, they're seeing the situation, they're seeing the pandemic, they're seeing people talking about screwing around with, you know, throwing away thousands of ballots and all of the it's an S show. Dana Bash, thank you, Renee. Thank you. Dana Bash, thank you. Exlava, thank you. Because he's already on the board. Final outcome of the 2020 election. All right, 7 of Cups. Okay, Queen of Wands. 7 of Swords. Shenanigans. I've got, that's Pelosi right in the middle. And on one hand, I've got lies, and the other ones I've got stealing. And she's in the middle, fending it all off. Why is Pelosi fending all of this off? Why is Pelosi fending all this off? Hey, Nancy, what gives? Or what's going to give? Well, somebody's getting out the sword of truth. Partnership, that's voters. And there are more Democratic voters than Republican voters. And there are many shenanigans. Many. All right, we got to brace ourselves. We got to brace ourselves. November's going to be shenanigan palooza. Are the Republicans? Oh, that's a point. Okay, let me pick. Oh, I forgot again. Alexa, turn on the entrance hall light.
Okay. So help me learn. Did I do what you wanted?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
Alexa, thank you.
Feedback.
Okay.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry, that's how people in the house know that I'm live, and I keep forgetting to do that. We need to read on Republican shenanigans. This is a 5. This is just a 5 count. Are Republicans say the election has to be postponed, or it's invalid, and that everybody was sick, and so it has to be put off, and it has to blah 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 blah. Oh, sorry, Elisa. My Alexa answered you. Sorry about that. So, for the election, are they going to try to put off election day, or they're going to, what kind of shenanigans are Republicans going? Considering what they did, what kind of garbage they pulled to deny Merrick Garland, I doubt they're going to take losing the presidency lying down. Rancor, causing a stink, running around yelling on news channels. This is unfair. This is blah, 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 blah. They have ideas, they have plans, but their plans in motion. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords. These are a lot of plans, and a lot of plans put into action. You're trying to organize them all at the same time. I mean, it's just so many plans pushing forward. However, this is a dead stop right here. It's not just the quiet as a tomb card, it's the holding still card. This is a card where you hold yourself still. Check, it might be able to move this a little closer. Can you still see? Move that out of the way and move this up here. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. This is holding yourself still. She could walk away, but this is holding yourself still. And then, and these two together, that is everything comes to a screeching halt. And then, insult to injury. This goes along with this is another 5 card, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. It's unfair. There shouldn't have been an election. Donald Trump was on his deathbed. He was so sick. Is this nonsense going to work? Is their nonsense going to work? Is are the Republican shenanigans going to work? Harry's mom, the election has already started. Too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't. You and your logic. Silly. We're talking about the Republicans here. Logic. Decency. Okay. Are the Republican shenanigans going to work? Are the Republican shenanigans going to work? Because to try to steal the election the way they've stolen Supreme Court seats and many other things. Oh, they have plans. They have so many plans. Plans upon plans upon plans. Three of Wands. 8 of Cups. 8 of Wands. 3 of Cups. 8 of Swords. Will it work? They have plans. They are even courting overseas intervention. However, that is a whole lot of Democratic votes being cast. A whole lot of Democrats. Piles of them. They're just piled up. Even just higgledy-piggledy, I think is the expression. Just so many. And there are no pentacles here. There are no pentacles here. But it's a whole lot of 8s. But a whole lot of, to some extent, it's kind of one of the keywords for the 8s is a whole lot of. So they have plans. They're trying to get intervention, and then they go on the attack. We're going to question this. We're going to question that. We're going to question the validity of this. We're going to do, but Democrats are still going to win. Happy Democrats, and all of the court battles about the election will come to an end. But they're going to expect all the crazy. Expect all the if there's any point at which you're expecting, you catch yourself do this. If you catch yourself at any point expecting things to run smoothly, you're expecting that someone's just going to accept and move on. No. Nope. All right. I didn't look at Pence. I didn't look at Pence, did I? Did I look at Pence? I don't remember looking at Pence. Is Pence going to come down with the illness? Is Pence going to come down with the illness? Is it "Get Down with the Sickness"? Was the lyric from a song years ago? Hello, Mr. Squirrel. There's a squirrel out there on the gutter. All right. Mr. Squirrel. Checking everything out. All right. Pensy Wency. Okie dokie. Pensy Wency. Yes, I know I'm a woman, but I'm sure Mother wouldn't want you talking to me anyway, because I'm a tarot reader. But sure. Trust me, she has nothing to worry about. Nothing is going to happen. Are you carrying the virus? Are you going to come down with the virus? Are you about to be carrying the virus? Is your test going to come back positive here at some point here? Pence, Pence, Pence. Are you going to test positive? Positive. Are you positively positive? Well, he went along with the fool. I think someone on the news was asking, I forget how they phrased it, but it was something like, well, what could Pence do, or what advice would you give to Vice President Pence? And I just thought I'd tell him he should go back in time 4 years and not get involved with all of this in the first place. But oh well. He went along with. He would have worn a mask. He would have if he had been on doing his own thing. I think he's more likely to have actually worn a mask. No guarantees, because the other Republicans would have possibly ganged up on him or something. But all right, Pensy Wency. Oh, Pence knows about Trump's heart problems. That man, the vice president, has gone in the Oval Office and measured those drapes so many times, metaphorically. 10 of wands. Well, he has plans too, but it's let's see what the other cards are. Let me decide what that is. Temperance. Oh, he's all about the temperance. This is just him. I mean, this is just extreme temperance. Only it's not all temperance. It's what he calls temperance. And there's the devil card. And there's the insult to injury card. I think Trump's going to insult him when there's talk about Pence taking over, trying to be reasonable. I think there's even talk about it. Donald Trump is going to go into orbit. He's going to be the first person in the Space Force. He's going to be so angry, and he's going to say really awful things about Pence that it was even brought up. Whew. Okay. Well, so he's not going to get sick. Is that the deal? He's willing to humbly take on the burden. That's what that is. Take on the burdens of the powers of the presidency. While even though his heart is heavy, it's like yeah, whatever. But Trump would just go. Phew. Kaboom. So that doesn't answer my question though. Are you going to get down with the sickness? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you going to test positive for the illness? Well, he's had so much exposure. So much. So much. This is fruits of labor. Actually, let me move this down a little. Fruits of labor is hang on, going down there. Fruits of labor is just the sheer number of times he's been out, times he's been out there, times he has been exposed, on and on and on. Okay, so are you going to test positive? All right, there's communication. There's a hermit. Okay, so he's going to quarantine and do like the video conferencing. There is a card, there is a tarot card of video conferencing, and it's right there. That is the Two of Wands. It is the card of communications. Tower, right in the middle. Thief card. That's the card I get for the illness. And that is the Knight of Pentacles. I don't like that. I don't have a card here of sickness, but I have a card of, yeah, it being bigger than just somebody getting sick. So, DT saying I had a mild case in March, April. First 2 weeks were like the regular flu, then knocked me out. I thought I might die. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I'm 56 years old and healthy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Video conferencing, isolating himself, quarantine. If Pence is, if Pence tests positive, then it's people start talking about more about order of succession. Because after Pence, guess who? In that first card about how does it affect the election? Who was the middle card in the final outcome? Pelosi. Okie dokie. All right. Well, let's put it this way then. Vice President Pence. Yes, I know I'm a woman talking to your spirit. And I'm one of those pagan, heathen, black. Are you going to get really, really, really sick with the illness? Dave, I just glanced up at comments. I saw that use of that word. It was like, that's gotta be Dave. Lo and behold, it was Dave. Anyway. Okay, all right. Pence, are you gonna get really, 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 really sick? I'm getting a mental image of him being ill, very ill. Is anybody else getting this? Anybody else throwing cards on? Could you tell me if you think Pence is going to if he's gonna test positive and get sick? Christine, I got the tower for Pence. Yeah, me too, says Disrat. Okay. And I got it right in the middle. Yes, says Linda. Okay, yeah. And I got the tower right in the middle. And right after it, the card of the thief, the card for the card I get for the illness. Are you going to get really, really, really sick? Oh, a lot. That's a whole lot. Yes, just saying. And the devil, Christine's saying. Yeah. Pence? Yeah. Take some vitamin C and go sit down because, yeah, I got some bad news. Nine of um, Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I'm gonna beat the heck out of him. This is the card I've been getting for someone getting just hammered by the illness. Temperance. All right, he's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. But those are some very happy Democrats. So the logical question here is, Nancy Pelosi. Oh, Sandra, that's sorry. I'm sorry. I do want to read on that question. I really need to read on Pelosi right now, and then I'll read on Hope Hicks. Okay, Pelosi. Pelosi, are you going to be the acting president of the United States? The Republicans would have, those who were still alive, their heads would explode. Pink, my cards say that he'll get it. Outcome was a fool. Queen of Wands, strength and judgment. Not just Pence, Lee Red says. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Steve, I agree. So the Republicans took time to make so many plans, and none of them were about health care. Gigi last. I pulled cards on the GOP 2 weeks ago. A lot of strife is coming their way. Nancy, Joe, and RBG came up in the reading. Ooh, man. Yes, Nancy is a Queen of Wands, Aries. Yep. All right. Nancy Pelosi. So I saw a question about Pompeo. It's like, no, I don't want to look at Pompeo. Pelosi. Madam Speaker. Hang on, let me close my eyes and really, I do not want to screw this up. Let me really focus on this for just a minute here. Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. Madam Speaker. Are you going to become the acting president of the United States? Nancy Pelosi, are you going to become the first female president of the U.S.? Are you going to you seriously get out the marshmallows, because the heat coming off of McConnell and the Republican senators and the Republican representatives, you could just toast. Bring some bread, Bring some marshmallows. The heat coming off of them would be like a furnace. Let's just say she wouldn't be their first choice. This is desperate times and desperate answers. That's the card for the reading. Madam Speaker. I kept saying Madam Secretary. Sorry, Madam Speaker. Ace of Pentacles. Lover's card. Thief card right in the middle. That's the illness. This is the groups of Republicans, the super spreader events. The Republicans not wearing masks and whatnot. And that's the illness sneaking in and walking away with your cells, because that's what it does. I mean, that's what a virus is. It's a thief. It gets in your cells. It forces your cells to start reproducing copies of it instead of things you need. It steals your cells. They're running a slight fever. I like that, Coney. King of Cups. Okay, well, that's Biden winning the presidency. Those are a lot of Democratic votes. Could he be? Well, there is, for anybody outside of America, there is nothing in our Constitution, anything about even an elected president coming in early. Yeah, this illness feels like it's just running rampant through political leaders. Certainly the Republicans, which was inevitable, but still. All right, so is this just holding things down? Hello, kitten. Are you gonna come down? Are you gonna come down? I'll move the cards. Here he comes. Oh, there he is. There's a cutie. Yes, there's a cutie. Let me lift this up so we can see the kitten. Yes, we want to see the kitten. Good boy. Yes, he is. He is the good boy. All right. Anything more on this transfer of power? Okay. The line of succession is clear. It's already clear. It's in the amendments. It's taken care of. It's message. A message of Republican weakness, on the defensive, communicating. There's argument about how we need to project a strong that somebody healthy is in control, but the Republicans will have absolute kittens, and not in a nice way. But there's going to be talk of it. Boo-Boo, Auntie Pink loves you. Yes, Auntie Pink loves you. You are loved. You are loved. Oh, I like that Kathy and Boo-Boo Zen Kitty. Speaker of the house. Yes, he is. Him and his brother. Him and his brother. All right, any more information on this? Because, oh, there's some craziness coming. Oh, there's some craziness coming. Yeah. This is the card this is the card I get for, going back into, like, going to the Library of Congress and, like, digging through old books and law stuff and. Um, Trump is carrying a burden, but don't forget about me, I'm still the star, I'm still the president, I'm still and Pelosi's like, "Uh-huh." Alright, so who has the hermit card? That's important. Who has the hermit card? The kitty. You are sweet. Everyone should have an anti-pink. Yes. Christine finally found a box of my cards in the garage for moving. Excellent. Oh, hello. Miss Kitty, my cat Thelma is watching with me. Hello, Boo-Boo Zen Kitty. Alright. Who's the hermit? Who ends up being the hermit? Is it Pelosi has to walk away? Is it Republicans who can't, it's like, well, how exactly are you going to do everything by video conference? Really? Oh, yeah, the energy completely changes when little goofhead. Bully Trump. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's damaged. But it's. Don't forget about me. Whew. Does Pelosi hand over to Biden? Another way to ask. Good idea. Good idea. Institutions up over up. It's not overturned. It's hello, sweetheart. Institutions. What's the word? What I'm looking for? It's not overturned. It's turned on their heads. Things turned on their heads. Then there's a lot of talk about the law, and the whole country is just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, or more arguing, more arguing. Okay, let me try your idea, Yada. Does Pelosi hand over to Biden? Does Pelosi hand over to Biden? You are adorable. You are such a good boy. You are such a good boy. Yes, you are. He trimmed his nails last night. He doesn't like it, but he put up with it eventually. He's a good boy. Alternative health. Go Autumn. You're hot, hot, hot. Ah. Thank you. All right. So does Pelosi hand over power to Biden? Oh man, the heat coming off the Republicans. On fires, on the heat coming off of them. So is it Pelosi who hands over the reins of power? Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. Okay. Does Pelosi hand over the reins of power to Biden? Down we go. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to move things along here. I got a big old Major Arcana strength card. Big old strength card. Magician. Messenger. Heartache. Six of Cups. Knight of Swords. Well, this is Biden. It feels like Biden taking the oath of office, is what this feels like. There is a message of heartache, a message that causes heartache for everybody. This is Democrats trying to find a middle ground, trying to find a peaceful way, but this is like lawsuits and yeah. I honestly, I think what's going to happen is going to be weird. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but um, I think from election day until January 20th, 2021, I think what's going to be happening with the presidential race is going to be nothing we've seen before. All right, can I get any more information about what happens about who becomes the next president, who's in power, everything around the presidential power between election day and inauguration day, election day 2020, inauguration day 2021. Yeah, exactly, Steve. If Pelosi could take over before a SCOTUS vote, she could immediately pull Trump's nominee, put in her own. Yeah, but I don't know that McConnell would go for that. Thank you for being here. Okay. What's gonna happen? Oh, I'm getting I'm getting like bad energy around my third eye. Ugh, all around my head, all around my ugh. Yuck, I haven't had that in a while. It's just icky. It's just icky energy between election day and inauguration day. It's just murky energy. Alternative health tarot. I had a mind-blowing reading. I couldn't believe it. It's not going to be how we imagined. I agree. Oh, okay, good, good. Yeah, Republican power just, it feels like falling off a cliff. Just so unsteady. So just about to just fall over. Victory. Everybody, it's like a jump ball. There, I made a sports reference. Mark your calendars. First and last ever. I made a sports reference. I'm so proud of myself. It's a jump ball. It's not, but that's the feeling. Four of Swords. Hanged Man. No. Okay. Jump ball. But then it's wait not so fast, and then things turned on their head potentially. Republicans causing a great big stink, but then there's a very, it feels like things calm down by, it's just going to be one person at inauguration day. Fancy meeting you here, Hanged Man. Exactly, Cat. There. There's only going to be one person trying to be sworn in on inauguration day. It here it feels like things are finally like, okay, this is settled. This is what's going forward. But the Republicans, they're gonna view this victory, this election day victory, as a jump ball. It's not, but they're gonna see it that way, and they're gonna make sure that they just raise a stink. The problem is their candidate is not well. He'll lie about it, but it's not well, and a lot of their, a lot of their leaders are gonna. I mean, we're just it's October 3rd. literally it's in a month's time. Election day is in 1 month. So it's going to be, yeah, but it will calm down by then. But this is card for the reading is Republican power is falling off a cliff. So that's going to do it for me for today. Wow, that was a thing. That was the thing. Whew. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for going through this with me. I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, sorry about all the confusion at first, but I've stayed until 1:30, so you got your full readings. You got your full thing. You pays your monies and you takes your chances, and you got the thing. So anyway, all right. Thank you so much, and thank you for helping me out too, everybody. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you guys for pulling cards. It's been great. All right, and I will see you tomorrow. I mean, unless something really crazy happens tonight, and I'll come back on. But other than that, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so take care. Be safe. Be safe. There are good days ahead. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it together. See you tomorrow.